People that do drugs are people that like go through real trauma, have real life problems, and like have real life emotional stress going on. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm just trying to get rich, I don't care about a day. Lamborghini in the trenches, you can never do this.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Kyle Root 40, talking to you in the building. We got the heart of Tobermory. Sue in the building. Shout yourself out. Tell us what you do.
15 Nassau, man. Jane and Finch, 15 Tobermory Drive.
How would you say your upbringing shaped what you're doing today?
Well, it's like, you know, it's what I have to do, right? It matters with everything.
Right. Who would you say like inspired you to make music?
I got into music originally because of my cousin Uvi U. Rest in peace to Uvi U. Yeah, he started making music, and you know, he passed away. So I got motivation from that, to be honest, to really start recording music.
Okay. So for anyone who's new, can you describe like sort of the kind of music you make?
I'd probably say like like emotional music, kind of like self-destructive, somewhat, like, you know, but like morely just like heartfelt music, you know.
Basically like stuff you've been through. You kind of like to portray it in the music. Would you say that?
Yeah, everything I've been through in my life, like, you know, and not even only me, it could be from somebody else I know, or like, you know, a family member or whatever the case is, but like everything that I've been through or seen in my life, like, yeah, it all reflects through the music.
Would you say as a kid, did you see yourself making music, becoming a rapper?
Nah. Nah. I knew I knew like I was supposed to do something, but like I didn't know I was gonna be no rapper or anything like that, like, you know.
Okay. So so I know you said it was your friend that passed that that sort of inspired you to make music. Can you touch a bit how that like what kind of led to that sort of thing, like how that kind of pushed you and inspired you to start like pushing the music way harder?
Like, obviously, like if someone from the trenches is like, or like, you know, from where I'm from is doing something that's like out of bracket but in a positive way, like it means everything, you know. So with him doing the music, like, you know, like, you know, like I grew up with him from a young age, from like 7, 8 years old, you know, seeing, you know, everything. So like when he passed away, I was in jail, you know. So when he passed away, he was doing the music and stuff like that, like, you know. And then like I will be talking to him over the jail calls and stuff like that, and like, you know, he'll be telling me like, yeah, like I'm doing the music, like, yeah, woo, this and that, and like, you know, because when I was in there, I was thinking about doing the music, but I wasn't, you know, I wasn't like serious or anything like that. But then when my cousin told me he's doing the music, I'm like, okay, he's doing the music, so I could just support him, you know. And like he's a really like determined person, very, very determined, like, you know. So if he's putting his sight out to do something, like he really wants to do it, you know.
How would you say the passing of him affected you?
Yeah, like he passed away, but it's like I'm still here, you know. So like whatever he couldn't do or whatever he can't do, and like, you know, like I could just carry on with that and, you know, make sure that his name lives on forever. So, but it affected me in a lot of ways though. Like, you know, it made me mad. It made me mad. Like, you know, it made me like, yeah, it fucked me up.
Right.
Oh.
So your faith, you are a Muslim?
Yeah, I'm Muslim.
How did you what made you want to become a Muslim actually?
It was when I was in jail doing a 3-year sentence. Like when I first got to jail, like I got arrested. Like you might not know, but like in jail, there's a lot of Muslim brothers. Like there's a lot of people that's Muslim, and I always, like, you know, been told that like the Islamic religion is like a new beginning. So like, you know, it's like, you know, it just always had me optimistic and just thinking about it.
So you would say like your time in jail sort of pushed you more towards faith and just
100%, like 100%. Like when I got there, like that's when I really started to think about Islam and stuff like that.
If you can touch on just your experience in jail and how like you would say you were able to now like get past that, however the jail experience was.
Honestly, honestly, I feel like it's a mental game, it's just a mental thing, like, obviously I wasn't there for murder or anything like that, like, but like I was there for a long time, but it's just like, like you have loved ones, you have supporters, and like it just really all stems from like, like are you strong enough to just go through certain things, certain situations, because jail is really like, jail is like probably like the worst place ever, like, on earth. Like it's probably the worst place ever. Like it's bad in there, but if you have the mental strength and you could push through situations, it'll be good. But like that doesn't mean jail is okay or anything like that, like,
Would you say being able to push through those certain mental situations in jail helped you to now like maneuver out in the real world? Things are like more easier. Do you find like things come like easier?
Oh
for
yeah,
you?
yeah, 100%, 100%, 100%. Like I always say, like, like to my peoples and like, to my uncle behind the camera, Wavy, like, I'm never gonna say like I needed to go to jail or anything like that, like, but like everybody, sometimes in life, like, you be doing things at a certain rate or at a certain speed and you won't really notice because how fast things are moving. So like sometimes in life you need a timeout. That doesn't necessarily mean you need to go to jail or you need to, but but like you need something to like get your mind together and really like, you know what I mean? So like in there, all I had was myself. Like, I had 3 years to just think about everything. So yeah,
Yeah. So it's basically now you're in like sort of a new lifestyle from doing what you said 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years now you're out free, which is such a blessing. How do you feel adjusting to this new lifestyles where you don't know a lot, you don't know certain people, but people know you just for you being in the limelight, in the camera, How'd you say you're adjusting to all of that?
It's weird, but like, in a way, like it makes me feel good, because like I said, I'm gonna come back to the trenches part. Like I'm from the trenches, so like, like we're under the radar, like, we're silenced, we're not, like heard. So like if I'm being heard and being seen, like, that makes me feel good. Like obviously like sometimes it could be kind of weird and like PTSD and stuff like that, but like for the most part, like it makes me feel good.
If you had to make a hit song, and you can get any feature you want, which artist are you going with?
You can go any artist?
Any artist.
Like mainstream, whatever.
Mainstream, underground, any artist. Canada or US. Go UK too, Central C.
Honestly, I'll keep it real. Young boy.
Yeah.
Young boy. Yeah.
That'd be a hit still.
Yeah, young boy.
That'd be a hit.
Yeah. I fuck with Top. That's my guy. Free Top, by the way.
What would you say is an experience from your life that you think played a big part in who you are now? Like sort of like a defining moment.
Probably, I'd say it's a few things, but probably the main thing I'd say, I'll say my cousin passing away. Yeah, my cousin passing away.
All right.
And there's a few things, but like, that's like probably like the main thing. Like, because that's like my childhood best friend, cousin. Like, it's me, it's Uvi U, rest in peace Uvi U, Wavy behind the camera. And I'm not gonna say Broski's other name, but Broski, you know what I'm trying to say? But like, yeah, it's like, it's like 4 of us, but like, So I would say Uvi passing away, my cousin, for sure, 100%. 100%. Like that really just kind of like, it just kind of put me like the mindset of like, like none of this shit really matters. None of the shit that people make matters. Like, like nothing, because like end of the day, like, everybody has to die, you know what I mean?
That's true. What would you say is your routine just as an artist, always pushing music, always videos, all the thing? What would you say is like your routine? Like
my routine, like routine, like what, like daily or like studio time or like just.
Well, we can start with like your studio routines, like anything you do, is like, all right, this has to be set up this way or else the song is not hidden. Like, you know what I mean?
So like me, like I'm the type of person where like if I go into the studio, okay, so say for example, like I go to like a new studio with like a new engineer. Obviously, it's a new engineer, right? So I don't know this guy like that. I'm trying to say, if his vibes are off, I'm not fucking with it because I understand the business part of everything 100%, but like me, I'm an energy vibe type of person. So like if I can't catch a vibe with you, like genuinely, I'm not gonna really be fucking with you. So like yeah, like for one, like me and the engineer, like the vibes have to be there. You know, I don't go to the studio with a bunch of people. I used to, but I stopped doing that. But like probably like, you know, a support system from like 2 to 4 people and I'm good. You know, have my weed, my liquor. I don't really drink like that, but like in the studio, I like to have liquor because like, you know, it just gets me going a little bit. Like, you know, I don't drink lean like that a lot. Like, you know, I drink it here and there, but not a lot. But like in the studio, it's just like more like just certain people. And yeah, just my weed, my liquor, little snacks, and yeah.
Okay. So we got a question. It's requested from your fans. All right, what are some do's and don'ts in Toronto?
Mind your business. You mind your business. If you know you are not supposed to be somewhere, you don't go there. Shit. This should be so easy. I don't know why it's like so like the do's and don'ts in Toronto. Don't dress a certain way if you don't want to be viewed a certain way. You know what I mean? Like don't come outside in these and all the next stuff if you don't want to be viewed a certain way because people see these and certain clothing and just stamp you off of whatever that is. So it's like it's just like, you know, end of the day you choose, like, you know, like you choose your company. You know, it's Toronto.
We got another question. It's rung in. And I also want to know this one too. So why do you wake up and pop perks? Like first thing off the rip. The real one.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. No. Let me say this. Yeah, let me say this. I highly recommend don't do drugs. Like, you know, like because like drugs is just a thing where like it'll deteriorate your body. It'll like, you know, make you feel just fucked up. Like, you know, like people that do drugs are people that like go through real trauma, have real life problems, and like have real life emotional stress going on. Like, you know what I mean? It's not just like I don't literally just wake up and pop perks every day. Like, you know,
listen,
like, you know what I'm saying?
It's
just a line in a song. Like, you know, but like. Yeah, like, you know, like, I'm a person, like, you know, I have a lot of shit going on in my life, so, like, yeah, I'll put a perk here and there. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
So how do we get the name NASA?
Damn, yo.
How we get the name?
Yo, holy, shit. Someone asked me this 2 days ago. This is so crazy, and I said I can't even explain it.
It's the fan question. The fans want to know.
Honestly, it came from, like... Cause like, okay, like anybody that knows me, like they know like it could like I could be in a room with 10 people, 20 people, and I could be like quiet for like a whole hour. Like I don't have to speak. Like I could just be thinking about a million things. Like, you know, it just kind of came from like a place where like I'm just like, you know, just not here. Like, you know, it originated from like space and like the galaxy and a bunch of stuff like that. But like. That's not the meaning no more, bro. like, you know what I'm saying? Now it's just NASA, like, you know,
it
like...
evolves and it changes.
Yeah, it just changes and, you know, but, like, originally it came from, like, you know, space and stuff like that.
Is there anything significant with the spelling?
Okay, so, let me say this now still. So, basically, when I first started making music, before my first video, SSKP, I had my name spelled NASA, like the actual NASA spelling, like, you know? Mm-hmm. But somebody like in my camp was telling me like, yo, you can't do that. Like, you can't spell it like that. Like, you know? And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? It's my name, what are you talking about? Like, you know? It's like, yo, because like there's a whole governmented company in the States named NASA already. Like, if you get I didn't know what the hell he was talking about, but it made sense. He's telling me like, yo, if you get a certain notoriety or like status in your rap career, you can get copyright for your name.
Yeah, that's true.
So I was like, shit. At first, don't get me wrong, I was pissed. I wasn't going for it. I'm like, bro, I'm not changing shit, bro. I'm not
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about, like, you know? But then after I thought about it, and I'm like, yo, it makes sense, like, you know? So I'm like, I'm either gonna change my name or the spelling of my name. But then I'm like, nah, I'm keeping the name Nassau.
Yeah, because everyone knows.
You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna spell it, like, you know? My sister, she went to Nassau, Bahamas, and she came back, and like my niece was wearing like a shirt. It said Nassau, Bahamas on it, like, you know? And I'm looking at the shirt, and I'm not gonna lie that, like, you know? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna spell it like that, like, you know, the Nassau. I'm gonna just do it like that, and then like, yeah, that's how I just got that.
Okay,
You know, that
okay.
spelling.
All right, we'll get into like a little bit of a deeper question, make you think a little bit. What would you say your biggest fear in your career is?
Are we talking like?
It could be anything. It could be like
Are we talking like physically, business wise, music wise?
it could be as simple as like it could be like we don't think we're gonna reach the heights we want to reach, or like if things don't pick up, or it could be like, you know, just things happening at shows, any sort of thing that.
Not making it there with everyone I planned to.
That is a good answer.
Shout out Wavy
That is a good
for
one
that.
though.
Cause that's some real shit. Whoever is like the rapper or like, you know what I'm trying to say, or it could be even all people, everybody, like, you know, we all want everybody to go. We all want to take everybody. It's not like, you know, no one's getting left behind, but it's like over time you see things, you know, certain things happen, certain people show their true colors, and like it's just like, you know, like I always see in interviews, like, you know, these artists say like, yeah, I had to cut off people for this and that and this and that, and like people would be like, yeah, like you changed, but it's like I didn't change, you changed, like, you know, like you never, you know what I'm trying to say, like we have a whole, we know what's at stake here, you know what I'm trying to say, so we all gotta put our foot down and step up and do what we gotta do. If you can't do what you gotta do and step up, then, you know, I can't have you around me like that, because we have big things at, you know what I'm trying to say, at hand.
Everyone has to play a part. So
Everybody gotta do something.
Yeah.
Everybody gotta do something. So if you're not doing nothing, then like, you know, like 100%, like when it's time to really, you know, go to the promised land, it's not gonna be like how it was when I started out, like, you know, with everybody I plan to take. Or like, you know, like not everybody could eat these fruits with me, you know what I'm saying?
Not everybody can
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, 100%. Everybody can go. Just
That's
leave
true.
it at that, for sure.
I got a question. As talented as yourself is, as a lot of people from Toronto, Canada, why do you think that we don't get as much recognition as like someone from other places? Even the UK is getting some recognition too.
Cause bro, Toronto's a stupid place, bro. Like if you ask me, like Toronto's just dumb, like, you know, like nobody, like
You think like we don't support each other? Because if you see like Atlanta, certain places,
Nobody supports nobody. Nobody supports. If you look over there in the States, you'll see the weirdest link-ups. You'll
Yeah,
see
exactly.
like, I don't know, fucking. You'll see Coyle Ray link up with G Herbo, or like, you know, the
Yeah.
weird link-ups. But like that's what it's about. Like that's what you gotta do. Like in Toronto, you're not seeing nobody link up, or like not even link up, but like just support and like push other people's music. Like I'm trying to say, cause we're all artists, like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I understand the politics or the beef, whatever the case is, but like, bro, like, you're not making no money beefing, you know what I'm trying to say? Toronto's like focused on beef rather than success and money. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Do you feel like there's there's good money in the rap game in Canada, or is not as much? How would you feel? Like in terms of like shows, things like that. Like, do a lot of people get booked? Is there a lot of booking?
It depends.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
he into shit or not? Like, you know? And like, I want the answer to be, no, he's not into no shit. He's good, like, you know? So like, it all depends. If you're a guy that's, you know, you talk your shit in your music, you're not gonna really get no shows in Toronto.
yeah.
You're not. The police
It's not good for business.
are gonna shut it down every single time.
How would you say what would you say your influence specifically for your sound? Because your sound is different, it's unique. So what would you say like influenced you to come up with that sort of flow?
I don't know to be. I'm not gonna sit here and like lie to you guys and say like I don't know. I just feel like I don't know if like from when like I first got into the studio and I was recording, it wasn't like a rough voice or like a rough pitch. I'm gonna start. It's just like I don't know like the mellow sounding just came like I don't know like 'cause I didn't really want to sound like anybody else. So like I figured like okay like if I like build my sound off of something different, like a melody, kind of singing type of thing, it'll be different. So I just try to just perfect that like melodic singing type of thing. Even though I can still rap and stuff like that, but like if you ask me, I prefer singing over rapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
What's your plan for the next 2 years to attack the music industry?
The next 2 years,
Or just in general. Don't have to be 2 years.
fuck. We just working like it's just mostly just stay in the studio, networking and just creativity like that's really all it is and consistency. It's not we don't really have okay like because we know within ourselves like okay as long as we do what we have to do, the results will show like what I mean. So like as long as I keep recording music, keep networking, keep staying focused, everything else will come behind that. So it's like with me, I like just projects, stuff like that, more music collaborations, stuff like that.
What's the new project dropping?
The new project is 2351. It's dropping tomorrow
Okay.
at 11:51. To be honest, so by the time this is out, it's gonna be out, like. But the album 2351 is out,
What's the inspiration behind the album? What songs you fuck with the most? Like what songs? We need to get into this album. We got to.
Yeah, no, for sure. The inspiration behind it, I would say, is Uvi my cousin,
Yeah.
and like, so the album it's 18 songs. I was gonna do 24, but I decided not to. Like, I just kept it calm at the 18. My favorite song on there, damn, that's crazy. My favorite song on there, I'll probably say, damn, that's crazy. I'll probably say the last one, number 18, Pain in My Soul. Probably say the last song, number 18.
What's the vibe for that song actually?
It's like a tribute song. It's a tribute song to my best friend Zombie. Rest in peace to Zombie.
Yeah. What's the vibe? What would you say the vibe is for the album?
For the album, it's the album is like mostly like the showcasing personality, and like it's just yeah like because it's different type of songs. It's just like I don't know. It's like it's just a showcase of personality and like just like.
Yeah. Nassau this and Nassau that. Why you trying to copy me?